Hey, what's up? What's going on? It's your girl Mary Jane. Please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. So let's talk Basketball Wives reunion. So did you guys hear the word on the street is on the blogs is that Evelyn Lozada is going to be keeping Carl Crawford's ring. She said that she's not returning the ring. What do you think about that? So, I watched Judge Judy, and it says that you got to return the ring because it is that ring is presented as something. If something does happen, if you get married, you keep it. But if an engagement breaks up, then you have to give the ring back because it was on the behalf of something that's supposed to happen that didn't happen. So, what do you think about that? She's gonna keep that $1.4 million ring. She better keep it, right? Because we don't know if Basketball Wife is going to be on the next season. Because have you guys ever seen a reunion show where they bring on a whole different other show called Baller Wives? Where they do that at? Was the season so out of pocket, so focused on Jackie that they had to have a partial reunion and then bring on another TV show that was going to be coming up on VH1 because it will all be about Jackie, Takari, and her grandson and $3,500. That's what basically the reunion was about. Who do you think that was the reunion was focused and based on? It was based on and focused on Jackie, in my opinion. So, the best outfit. I think there's only one best outfit, and that would be Malaysia, her outfit was stunning. It was nice. It was very pretty compared to all the other girls' outfits. And then her purple nails went so perfect with the outfit that she had on. She looked very classy. So that's it. So let's talk. So we find out that Brandy was invited to the reunion. She declined to come, and we know that she said that she doesn't want anything to do with Basketball Wives anymore. She's done. She has her own businesses and she's making money, and she doesn't want to film. And plus, some of the girls like Shawnee did not want her, and was telling people for her not to film with her. And what's her name? Tammy was just an scapegoat. And did you guys notice that, Hazel was kind of nervous sitting at Shania. She was kind of nervous. And how come they didn't bring up that situation? They didn't even talk about that at all. I don't know either. I don't know why they didn't bring that up. So, they start off with, Tammy. The host asked Tammy and Evelyn are their friends. There was a long pause, and then Evelyn said, "Yeah, she's my friend." So that was interesting. And then we get to Evelyn was like, "Yeah, she's my real friend," and Tammy goes, "We just have our ups and downs and all that other stuff." And Evelyn was just there. She seemed like she really had a bone to pick, that she wasn't. You could tell Evelyn's not happy because she knew that this reunion was going to be based on Jackie. And it was like Jackie was defending herself against rumors and allegations and just everything. Like, Jackie had a battle with Evelyn throughout the whole season. They even showed beginning of the season where it started off with Jackie and Evelyn talking about Takari, talking about the $3,500, talking about thinking that it's not coming from a genuine place. Evelyn talking about, this is the beginning of the episode, the beginning of the season. That's all it was about. And then you got one scene with Jackie's with, BJ, Jackie's with Evelyn, chilling with Evelyn. It's like everything was really based around Jackie this whole season. So if I was Evelyn, I had the same mindset as Evelyn, I would try to come after the big dog. And what is the biggest thing to do to the big dog is bring them down using something that people would be so outraged about is child abuse and neglect allegations and, abandoning your grandson. So Evelyn totally took that road to go towards Jackie. That was her whole plan from Jump Street. She got on the show. They even showed her getting back on the show, and her and Tammy hashing it out and becoming friends. And soon after that, She went right towards Jackie. It was just Jackie, 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 because she didn't have a storyline. Because as we all know now, that Carl Crawford and Evelyn has separated like either 6 months or a year before she even got on the show. And they was also living in different locations. They was not living together. They was actually living in different cities. He was living in Houston, I believe, and Evelyn was living in Arizona. So what was the whole issue about the IVF or whatever, because she wasn't going to have a baby with him because they were separated, because he was already stepping out on her and he didn't want to sign a prenup and all this other stuff. So she didn't have anywhere to go with her storyline. So like she said, and on the reunion, that I wasn't the only person trying to make Jackie look like a bad mother. If you look at the previous seasons, you'll see other people that, you know, called Jackie out, and her daughter spoke out about this. So when Evelyn said that just gave me like, okay, that was why VH1 this weekend, VH1 released 2 videos of Jackie and her, one video with Jackie and her daughter, and then another video with one of the Luzadas or whatever her name's sisters, and Jackie's other daughter Chantel talking about Jackie. And so now, you know, we get to the reunion. Evelyn is talking about that situation because, you know, the reunion's already filmed, so this information, so she already knows what's gonna be there. You know what they talked about, because they already know what's going to happen at the reunion. So you know what, to get people prepared, to make sure people that are on Evelyn's side, you know what we do? We bring the, you know, the past videos of how Takari and Chantel accused Jackie of this and that, and we have the videos playing on VH1 while people waiting to see Basketball Wives reunion. So you know, Evelyn can have the crowd on her side. And then when people were clapping for Jackie in the audience, she goes, "Oh, why are you clapping for Jackie? Why are you clapping for that dumb shit?" She still haven't seen her grandson, so she couldn't even let Jackie get claps. And she was also telling the audience what to do and how to do it. Who the fuck are you? And so it's just like, if people want to clap for Jackie, let them clap for Jackie. That was the problem with Evelyn. If you don't pick Evelyn's side, you know, then you're her enemy, or she don't want to hear it, or she don't got time for you. And that just proves what I have been saying about her behavior. You know, especially these are people she don't even know in the audience, and she's telling them to don't clap for Jackie. Why are you gonna clap for that stupid shit? She hasn't even seen her grandson. You know, back once again throwing up her grandson. She could have just said, "Oh, don't clap for Jackie, she ain't no good," but she had to say, "Oh, don't clap for Jackie because she hasn't seen her grandson," because that was her whole plot line, her whole storyline, the whole season. Everything was about Jackie with Evelyn. And then this reunion just makes it even more relevant to what everyone's been talking about. Even some of the hosts said, well, people saying that your whole purpose this season was to come out and try to get people to believe that Jackie is a bad mother, tried to expose her as a bad mother. And she goes, "Oh no, I didn't do that. It's already been exposed." Like, okay, all right, Evelyn. And then, you know, we keep talking about the $3,500. It's just like, you know, when you give money to somebody, especially when she said, I seen a child, you know, he was burnt and everything, and I just wanted to give money, just like I give money to this person, that person. Well, do you call them people up every day and tell them that you gave them some money to them? Do you text them? Do you email them? Do you call them? Do you send pictures and say, "Hey, what's going on with the money I gave you?" Because usually when you give money and you move on, you move forward, because it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? You did your purpose. You was there for a reason. You serve your purpose and you move forward. But this was your whole storyline. And just like, you know, Tammy was saying, that so many people believe that Evelyn was purposely gave the $3,500 because, you know, first it was some scuttlebutt, it was some talking about, you know, Evelyn coming back to Basketball Wives, but she was in negotiations, and then she gave the $3,500 to Takari. And then Tammy was saying that Takari didn't need that $3,500 because she already had the money that she wanted, that she made. And she was like, you know, Evelyn, you was the last person to donate to, I guess, Takari before before the page, the GoFundMe, got shut down. And then right after that, we get the announcement that Evelyn's returning back to Basketball Wife. And so Evelyn is like, well, it's I don't need to, Evelyn was like, I don't need to give $3,500 to, you know, Jackie's daughter, because me coming back to Basketball Wife is a splash in itself. I didn't need to try to build a storyline. Yes, you did, because that was your storyline. You gave the money after the girl already had the money, and then you was the last person to donate. And then the first thing that happens after you come after Tammy, the first thing you talk about is you gave the $3,500 to Jackie's daughter. I mean, that just came right in. That was like a ploy and a plot from VH1 as well. And so from there, you know, it just went down the line about Jackie and her grandkids and the $3,500. And so Tammy was like, she didn't even need that money. So that's when Malaysia says, you know, you could have talked to Shani about the situation, and if you really wanted to give it sincerely, talk to Shani about, does the child need the money, or how can I help? How can I really assist in the situation? That's what Malaysia was trying to say. But you know, because now you're going to be working with this woman. It's just like me starting a new job, and there's a person on the job, and I give that person's child $3,500, and I start this new job. And then when I start the new job, I go around talking to people like, you know what, I gave, you know, Megan daughter $3,500, and then this is the rumor I'm spreading around. So now this is going to be the talk of the town. This is what everybody's going to be talking about, like personal business. So and then Evelyn also said, well, you know, Takari had reached out to her, and Takari reached out to her and was like, oh, my mother's nothing but a liar. I want to tell you what really happened. I want to give you an advanced copy of the book. And so that's why Evelyn said that she had an advanced copy of the book. And then they also pointed out how shady Jennifer was, and Jennifer was like, I know I was being messy and everything, but I just really wanted to know. And so it's like, so I guess Evelyn is saying that Takari reached out to Evelyn and was like, hey, this is my side of the story. If that did happen, that's when you go talk to Jackie, you go talk to Shani, or you say, hey, I don't want parts of this conversation. I donated what I did donate to you, and I just want to be at peace with the situation, or I want to bring help to you and your family, and see if we can do some counseling, see we can get down to the nitty gritty and see how we can make this relationship work, because I have a great relationship with my daughter, Shanice, so maybe you can have that same type of relationship. Let's work on some things together, because I've been through counseling, I've been with Fix My Life, so let's see what we can do with the situation. That didn't happen. It was just all shade all season. And today, you know, on the reunion, she didn't mention Takari's name. What she did, she just kept saying, your grandbaby. She just kept saying grandbaby. So I think somebody told, you know, or Evelyn felt like it's becoming really tacky for her to keep saying Takari. So now she just says the grandbaby to pull on people's sympathy and to win viewers and the audience member towards her. So she kept saying grandbaby because, you know, everybody love the kids. So then they asked Jackie, you know, about her son, how old her grandson is, Jackson. And then the guy that's doing the interview, hosting the goddamn show, it's like, when is your grandson's birthday? And she didn't know. And it was like, then why would the guy ask a question, do you know your grandson's birthday? And somebody had to give him that inside information that Jackie probably wouldn't know. And I believe that would come from Takari. Because if Jackie doesn't really know, if she wasn't there when Takari was born, because her daughter, Takari, doesn't want Jackie around, she might be confused on her child's birthday, on her grandchild's birthday. Not saying like, shit, I go get records or whatever, but some shade was something that was a dirty question, and that question either came from from Evelyn and Shawnee's side and VH1, or they got it from Takari, because Takari probably knows that her mother doesn't know Jackson's real birthday. And so, you know, that was a shot at Jackie. So Jackie was taking a lot of shots. Not everybody, but you know, the hoster, he was told to ask these questions to Jackie, and then you got, you know, Shawnee talking about, oh, if I was this, if I was that, if my child. Then you have Hazel trying to throw in her 2 cents. Then you have Jennifer throwing in her 2 cents, and Jackie's situation with her children. Then you have Evelyn. So Jackie did really good having, you know, most of this, you know, reunion all about her and people coming at her for her daughter and her grandson. All the rumors about that situation. So, and then Evelyn kept saying, I was there for your grandchild. You should thank me. I was there for your grandchild. I helped your grandchild. And it was like, she didn't say Takara, she was saying grandchild, because she was trying to get people on her side, because people have grandchildren, people have little children, so she wanted them to sympathize with her. And she was like, you know, I just saw the picture and I just donated the money. It was like, okay. And then that's when it just like, yo, it was fugazi. It was a lot of fugazi going on. And then Evelyn still tried to run with that story about her. And then, oh, did you guys see when Basketball Wife started off, and it, you know, it goes, you know, Jackie Christie, married to Doug Christie. Then it goes to, you know, Evelyn, and it says Evelyn, fiance of Carl Crawford. She's still carrying that lie on. She knew before she even started filming, her and that man were not together. And it says under the title, see how shady that is? Fiance to Carl Crawford. She didn't even correct him because she wanted to keep that lie, because that was her lie to get on the show. Hey, I'm gonna have a baby with this MLB player, and I'm going to be doing my IVF treatment. That's going to be something new and innovating to bring. And then on top of that, maybe next season I'll have my wedding, because they were supposed to be getting married in 4 weeks. Now, if they were still going to originally get married in 4 weeks, you know, they would have been filming her wedding or whatever. And plus, she wouldn't have been worried about Jackie if she was really going to get married. But what's the shade with that? It says fiance to Carl Crawford when it's not true. So she's fugazi, and VH1 is fugazi with the bullshit. So anyways, moving on, what else? And then they was talking about like the her being a splash. And then, you know, Jackie was like, well, if you help my grandchild, whatever, you asked for the $3,500 back. And Jackie was like, I don't need your $3,500, because I have $30,000 worth of clothes on. Look at these shoes I have. My shoes cost this. My shoes cost that. And, you know, Evelyn was like, oh, them shoes are old from last year. Them are like 3 seasons old. So if you saying her shoes are 3 seasons old, or are you trying to say you've been watching old episodes of Basketball Wives with Jackie in it, and clocking her style and clocking what she does because she's amusing, and you were really studying Jackie to get some lessons, because Jackie's been on from season 1 to season 6, baby. And she's so popping that you had to base your whole storyline about her child and her grandbaby. And that's what just really pissed me off, because when you talk about you don't want nobody to hurt your child, and then, you know, Evelyn started to cry when they showed the scene of, you know, Evelyn and Jackie about to fight in New York, and she started to cry, and Jackie was like, I don't want to see that fake shit. I don't want to hear that fake shit. Take that fake shit somewhere else. Nah, she can pull on y'all sympathy rings. But when she told me at her daughter at the unveiling party that go take care of your grandchild, heifer, whatever, and all this other stuff that she has done, I'm not gonna feel sorry for her. And do you see the tears coming down her makeup? I'm telling you, Evelyn can cry at a drop of a motherfucking dime. And then when Jackie was saying all that, I was like, I don't want to hear it. Them tears went away, and she was like, I helped your goddamn child. I helped your child. I helped your grandson. I helped your grandson. Like, if you were to help me and I see you throw it up, because you're talking about you helped Jackie's grandson, right? And so you help Takari and you help Takari's grandson. That has nothing to do with Jackie. So if I was Takari and and the grandchild, I would feel some type of way. They see you keep throwing it up on a reunion show, talking about, I helped your grandchild, I helped your grandchild. How come your grandchild didn't come talk? How come your daughter didn't come talk to you? I helped your grandchild. Like, I would feel some type of way about it. I would feel like I was just used, so you can use this as a weapon towards my mother, and then also you're making me look bad as well, talking like I don't have anybody to help me, and you was the only person in the whole world that helped me and gave me $3,500, when Tammy also said that the money was already given to her. She had more than enough money. You was the last person to donate. So I find that kind of real shady. I would feel slighted by that. Yo, don't help me. I mean, like, she's helping Jackie's daughter, but it has nothing to do with Jackie. So why do she got to keep throwing up that she gave the grandchild $3,500 and the granddaughter? Like, if you helped them from the bottom of your heart and from the realness of your heart, and you just wanted to help because you've seen burnt pictures, why do you keep throwing this up into Jackie's face right now in the reunion? Does not make any sense. It sounds like a storyline, smoke and veils and smoke and mirrors. And she was like, and some of the audience was clapping. She was like, don't clap for her. She hasn't even seen her grandchild. Like, what it shows that she just keeps using Jackie's family and her situation and the pain and hurt, whatever with that situation is, as a storyline, as something to talk about. Because how long are we going to talk about IBF? We're not going to talk about Evelyn's daughter, because Evelyn's daughter is not really doing anything. If anything, we could talk about Tammy's daughter if they had her more on the show. And what else is, she's not with the Carl Crawford, so she can't talk about him anymore. So only thing Evelyn had to hold on to was Jackie. Even when she went to New York, even before then, she went to her mom's house. It was about Jackie. Everything was about Jackie. So, you know. And what else happened? Then they started talking about Brandy, and Brandy being a +1. And Evelyn said the biggest problem was a +1 was inviting a +1. And that's when Malaysia said that if I knew I was a +1, I would have never come, because I'm the shit. And I don't gotta use people's real tragic lives and something that happened to a child that was tragic, and what's happening with his mother that is tragic as well. I don't have to use that as a storyline, boo-boo. It's just like, yo, she really used Jackie. And if you guys don't think that she used Jackie and Takari and her grandson this whole season and in this reunion, I don't know what else to say. That's the problem. That's the problem I have. Them using her and they spit her out. Because remember, at the end of the reunion, you know, what's her name? Shawnee was like, I don't want to talk about, $3,500. I don't want to talk about, GoFundMe no more. I don't want to talk about all this shit anymore. I'm done with it. Because you used Takari and her and Takari's son as the whole format of the season and the whole format of the reunion show. Now you done with it. You don't want nothing else to do with it. You didn't care. You used Takari and her son and her grandson's tragedy as a storyline, as a ploy to make money, and it was just awful. And then Evelyn said that I don't need to she was like, Evelyn was like, I don't need to she was like, I don't, when she said that, making a splash to come back on the show, I'm already a splash. I'm already the shit. I don't need to give somebody $3,500 so I can be popping on the show. Evidently you did, because that's all you've been talking about the whole season, is about you giving $3,500 to Takari grandson and then reading Takari's book on the show at any chance you get, talking about the advanced copies. So you did need to do that because you didn't have a storyline, because it all crumbled. You know what I mean? So that's what happened. So you did need to use that. So then we get to BJ and we get to Jackie, And they was asking BJ, why did she choose, Shawnee, Evelyn, and, Tammy's side? And she was like, oh, because I felt like Brandy was ambushing them or whatever, and all that other stuff. And she was just, and so then, and she said, and the guy said, and she said that she didn't want it to be around a bunch of mess or whatever. And the guy was like, but you was carrying mess all season. And she was like, oh, I wasn't really trying to carry mess and this and that. I was just trying to let people know what was going on. And so then Evelyn was like, yeah, you lied, Jackie, because you did try to fight BJ. They didn't bring up the Shania was a liability comment anymore, because everybody caught on that Jackie never said Shania was a liability. So they didn't bring that up. So they only brought up, so Evelyn only brought up the fact that Jackie, see, everything that Evelyn was calculating the season just to get at Jackie the whole season. So when all the other stuff wasn't working and everybody wasn't siding with Evelyn, she brought in the big kahunas, the big guns, and she brought in the grandbaby, it being burnt, and then Jackie abusing, alleging that Jackie has abused Takari in her book. So anyways, so then, what's her name? BJ was like, yeah, Jackie was trying to fight me. Yes, she was. And she was all yelling. She was all sweaty or whatever. And then Jackie was like, sweetheart, I was not trying to fight you, because if I wanted to fight you, I would hit you. I just wanted to talk to you. And nobody could stop me, and I don't need permission. And matter of fact, I wasn't sweaty. You was the one that was sweating, because your hair was all slicked back in the back, and everybody just started laughing. And everybody on stage started to laugh. And Jackie was able to control that stage, that which Evelyn couldn't do, which Evelyn's used to doing. So when there was really dark moments, Jackie was able to bring up the light moments, talking about, vagina on the hair, having sex. People in Seattle are so freaky, and and then the host commenting, I love, what do you mean? Everybody from Seattle's fucking freaky. They just like to fuck. Or I'm from Seattle. I like to fuck. And then also talking about Tammy saying, I don't got no hair in my vagina. And, and then Jackie talking about, I don't have nappy hair. I have Indian hair, and things like that. People can take that comment and say, well, see, Jackie has a problem with people with thick hair, But I believe that she was trying to be funny. But she really needs to watch what she say, because people believe that she has colorism issues, and some people do have colorism issues because of the Willie Lynch syndrome, and because of a lot of things happen, like over the past, and who's put on the pedestal, who's not put on the pedestal, and history, our history, whatever. But it was funny how Evelyn was like, I'm not interested in Doug, he's not dark enough for me. And then Evelyn and Jackie was going, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, back and forth to each other. And so then Jackie says, you can't fuck me, bitch, because you don't got a dick that's big enough. I was like, oh, and people laughed. And she knows how to control the situation. I think Evelyn really just despises how comfortable Jackie is with herself. I don't know if there's ever going to be an underlining where Jackie, Takari are able to do some work together and then let the public in on what's going on with their situation. So we'll see. Then, Malaysia addresses Shawnee about the substance statement, and Malaysia let Shawnee know that just like you don't know things about me, I don't know things about you. So I could have substance, you could have substance as well, but if we don't know things about each other that we have accomplished and completed in our lifetime, then we can say that. So it's vice versa. So maybe you should get to know her a little bit better. You should get to know her a little bit better. You was too busy with the IBS and the Carl Crawford and Jackie and Takari situation. Then we talked about Kristen. Kristen talks about her baby born without a heartbeat, having an abortion. That's when Shania, she says, well, let me see, I'll give you 20 grand if you can show me your records that you actually had a miscarriage, because Shania believes that Shania also believes that Christian had an abortion, because Asia said Christian had an abortion. And then the guy who hosts the show says that Asia actually reported to VH1 that she made a mistake, her sister didn't have an abortion. And then we find out that Kristen and Asia are no longer speaking, they have no relationship. So this is where the season could have went. the season could really went with empowerment, where they try to bring Asia and her sister and their personal issues together, and try to help them with their relationship, and show women in power how women can get together, and siblings do have falling outs and do have problems and do dirty things to each other. And then bring up Jackie's situation with Takari, and like have like counseling, mediation, so you could also show the mess, but then you can show fixing the mess at the same time. But then where would Evelyn be? She wouldn't be able to be on the show, because then actually would be doing something that she would have used as her storyline, so it wouldn't have worked. So anyways, so we talk about that, and then Jackie talks about the sister wife things, and then that's when Evelyn says Doug is not dark enough for her, and and then they show the scene with Evelyn and Jackie making cake. So if you think about it, just about every scene Jackie was involved in, just about every conversation on the stage Jackie was involved in. Jackie was involved in everything related to this season. Jackie was in it. So I sense there could have been some jealousy, because Evelyn was top dog in Miami. So when you coming into somebody else's territory and you want to take over, you got to bring them down at any cost necessary. And it didn't matter if she was going to destroy a family and continue to hurt this family and Takari and her child by being in this mess. And it was just what she had to do, because now she has to fight to eat. Because I don't even know if basketball is going to be on. I've never seen a whole nother show join the cast. My God. And what was the other girls that was filming? Like Kiani and the other girl. I don't know where everybody went. Everybody from this season just disappeared. When it was just so funny to see Jackie really, go bat to bat for herself, and not be, she did a little bit of crazy stuff, but I think the semantics that Jackie did was to brush the shit off of her shoulder. And so Shawnee said that she don't know if she's going to be friends with Jackie, and Jackie was like, my friend's right here, my friend's right there, that's it. Maybe we can still do business together, maybe not, it's all good. And what's her name? Shawnee was trying to get off, like, if that was my grandbaby, there would be hell and hot water, I would be there. And then Jackie was like, I'm always there for Christmas stuff. Jackie just really needs to learn to better express herself, and these terms where these women can't say that, oh look, she's acting crazy, because no, she's not acting crazy. She's just trying to give you facts about what she does, but it's just not good enough. Anything Jackie would have said or did to combat the rumors that about Takari, there's nothing that Evelyn or Shawnee would have believed, because they already planned out to have a storyline, and this was it. Because Evelyn doesn't have any businesses or any jobs going on or anything like that, because she was supposed to be married in 4 weeks, and that shit changed. So we'll see. And then Baller's wife, and they got on stage, they was like, we knew something was kind of going on, but we wasn't scared. But we seen Jackie with sneakers on, and everybody was laughing. And then when Evelyn was trying to express herself about and crying, everybody was looking at her like it was fake. And then Jen jumps in, and she tries to get at Jackie, talking about she had a mother, and that's why she had an opinion, that's why she wanted to read the book and all this other stuff. And Jackie just shut her down quickly. She was like, you got a dog, bitch. You don't got no child, so I don't want to hear it. And she was like, well, I lost my mother. Jackie was like, well, I lost my mother too. So it was just the Jackie show with her castmates, in so many words. I think that's everything. I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to say. But if you think about, every scene was with Jackie. Everything was with Jackie. And then if it wasn't with Jackie, it was talking about Jackie, Takari, $3,500, and the GoFundMe account. That's what it was just really about. And at the end, Shawnee was through with it. They ate Takari and her grandson situation, ate it up, spit it out, and moving forward to find the next victim they can go after. Or seeing, then, they talk about, apple. When they was talking about the apple cider vinegar, I drink mother vinegar. I think it's apple cider vinegar with mother. I drink that almost every day. Not saying that Takari is lying or anything like that, but I drink that almost every day. If I had a treadmill, I'll be running on a motherfucker 24/7. So anyways, tell me what you think about the situation. Do you think it was the Jackie reunion? Do you think basketball is going to be on next? Because, you know, they bring a whole new cast on. Usually they don't do that with reunion shows. It's about what really happened. Or they didn't want to really show, like, they really, it's like Evelyn really tried to take the attention off of her not having a storyline. They spent like 1 minute on the IVF, and that's it. They didn't talk about anything else. They didn't even mention Cole Crawford, but when they introduced her under her name, it said fiance to Cole Crawford. So tell me what you think about the situation. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.